The way you see yourself goes a long way in affecting the eventual product or service you offer. It goes a long way in the way your clients or customers would perceive you and how they will interact with your business or brand. My name is Joan Anoluwa and I'm your coach. My email address and contact details are on the description section of this video or audio, so you can always reach out to me. Please remember to subscribe to this channel and like this video or audio. So let's get started. So how does your self-image affect your business or brand? It's important to know that the way you see yourself tells in everything you do. Everything you do, nothing left out. It tells in the way you dress, the way you look. I remember my mom used to say something to me. She tells me, it has been psychologically proven, you can do the research on your own, that the way a person's room, that's your bedroom, looks, goes a long way to tell the state of your mind. So for example, when a person has a very unarranged room, like everywhere is just scattered and nothing is in place, to a large extent, that is how that person is. As in, that is what they are going through in their life at the moment. There's something they are dealing with, there's something the problem can put together or get together. So that time of their life, some things are not in order, they are not arranged. So it tells in their physical environment. And so a person who is excellent, who has an excellent approach to everything they do, it shows even down to the way they dress, the way they keep their things, the way they arrange their rooms, offices, or spaces. This may not be true for everyone, but for the most part of it, this is actually the case. So you need to understand that your self-image affects your business or brand, as well as other things, but you're going to be trimming it down to how it affects your business or brand. So very quickly, I'll be going into my slides. The first one, your self-image can make you proactive. Oh yeah, you are aware of yourself, you know what you're good at, and you know what you need to work at being good at. That is what it means to being proactive. So that self-image of yourself that you have as a person that is already good at something and has something else you need to work on will make you to want to work on that thing or that area or field or aspect where you know you've really got some work to do. That is what it will make you to be. So a person who is not aware of what is missing in their life, a person who does not know what they are not, a person who does not know what they are not good at will probably not even take any action towards improving on it because they are not even aware of it in the first place. But a person who can be truthful to themselves, evaluate themselves and say, yes, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that, but this, I can't do this yet, I can't do this yet, I can't do this yet. That kind of an approach to yourself would help you to want to improve on yourself. But when a person begins to think that they know it all, something is wrong. So that brings me to my next slide, which is your self-image can make you passive. A person who does not see themselves well will probably not do anything about what is even wrong with them. And the way your self-image can make you passive is when you are actually thinking you're not even competent. You've not been able to identify what you're good at, so you think you are a mess at almost everything. So it affects your confidence. And people like this will not represent their companies well because that lack of confidence always shows, it always tells in the way they interact with the bottom line, the customers, the clients. It tells. And whenever you're not confident, people can see it, people can read it. And the question a smart person would ask themselves is, okay, if this person who is trying to sell this product or service to me is not confident, exactly why should I buy it? Why should I subscribe to it? Why should I purchase anything from them? Because this person before me is not confident. So when you don't have a right self-image, it makes you passive and it affects your overall productivity. So it's important that you are aware of what you can do and what you cannot do so that you can work on them. So this brings me to my next slide, which is your self-image can make you overbearing. Now, these are people who are on the extreme. There are people who think they know it all. They think they're smarter than everyone. So they look down on everybody. I mean, they think they can do better than every other person. And some even go as far as seeing people as objects, things that should be used, not people with feelings, with needs, with wants, and people who want to get better for themselves as well. So there's a tendency to become overbearing. This is what happens when a person is arrogant. Now, let me paint a picture. Let's say you're a boss. A boss who has a bad self-image, like the ones I explained, who sees themselves as the smartest, know it all, can do it all by yourself and all, will always have a problem with every other person because they would think that people are not doing as much as they want them to do. They will look down on other people who are actually trying to get better with their lives, and sometimes they might even be wrong, but they will be difficult to correct because they already think they know it all. And so people like this have stunted growth. Those they've raised, we tend to catch up with them and leave them where they are and then become better than they are. And they will not even be aware that they are now backwards, that the world has left them because they think they know too much, they think they are smarter than everyone. So it kind of creates a lead over their desire for improvement. Now, this is not a rule, this is not it's not a rule, it's not permanent. There are people that there are exemptions, yes, but this is usually the case for most cases. So people like that tend to treat others in ways that is not right. And when they are dealing with clients or customers, they have a tendency not to show empathy. And people can tell when you're exercising empathy in your relationship with them, and they can tell when you're being arrogant. They can tell when you do not really have the right perspective towards them. And this will affect your UX, your user experience. A person should be able to come in contact with your product or service and feel good about their experience, especially products or services that has to do with interacting with people physically or personally. So as a business person, it's important that you see yourself right. Do not see yourself unnecessarily better than other people. Yes, there will be people you are smarter than, but there are people who are smarter than you, so you should be humble. That should make you want to get better, and so that should help you leave room for other people to get better. So tonight, what's the balance? That's my next slide. The balance is to identify what you're good at. Know that you are good at some things. Accept it. Relish it. I mean, have that consciousness that yes, I'm good at so and so thing. And be truthful to yourself enough to identify things you know you're not good at yet. Highlight them, list them out, say it. Okay, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, I'm not good at this. Then write down how you want to work on that. It should actually tell in the overall output of whatever you're doing, not just in your business or brand like I earlier mentioned, but in other areas and aspects of your life, because whatever evaluation you're doing may not just be about your business or brand. It can go into your family life, your finances, just things like that. So the balance today is to actually sit down, write down what you're good at, because there is nobody that is without nothing. In fact, what you are good at can be as simple as being someone who can genuinely smile. That is an asset, because there are people who are not friendly. So if you are friendly and people can easily relate with you, that is an asset. Your asset can be the ability to cook well. Your asset can be the ability to do food art. In other words, when a cook or chef has finished preparing their food, you know how to arrange them on the table, in the plate, in a way that is very, very artistic and attractive for anyone to want to consume. That is an asset. So, in some places in the world, like Africa, some of these things are not really appreciated, but eventually it will gain prominence because in more advanced countries, these things are getting prominence. And the reason why it has not gained prominence in Africa is because of our cultural difference, which is okay. The whole world is not the same, so each continent has their preferences, their sentiments and sensitivities to various things and occasions of life. So it's okay. But the world is getting borderless. So some cultural crossbreeding will definitely take place. So write it down. You might actually be good at talking. You might be good at listening. That is an asset. So write it down and then write the things you need to work on. And please do not be tempted to begin to feel bad if you find out that you have more things to work on than the assets you have. It's okay. And the fact that you can actually tell yourself what you need to work on is a very, very good sign that you are onto a start of a new thing. It's a good sign that you are onto the start of becoming better. Yes, it's a good thing. It shows that you're about to enter a new era of life. So, the fact that you can list all of these things and write them down and you've been able to identify them is a good thing. So do not feel bad that you have more things to work on than the good things you already have. It's okay. The fact that you've listed them down, you've been able to list it all out or highlight them, whichever one the case may be, is actually a good start in the sense that you will now begin to work on them, and by the end of whatever time frame you give yourself, you will have become better. So those things that were on what you should work on will now move to what you now have. That way, you are now growing. You're getting better. And so you can deliver better. You have more assets, more personality assets that you can now sell. Or that you can now apply to various aspects of your life, and especially in your business or brand. So I'm going to give you an assignment that you're not going to submit. So I'll need you to get a note, pen, write out what you're good at, and then list what you think you need to work on. Give yourself a timeline, a deadline. Tell yourself, okay, I need to do this and I'll do it within this time. I need to do this and I'll do it within this time. And before you know it, you're a better person. And all those things you were afraid of, all those things you think you could not do, you just see that you're able to do them. And so it will reduce your passivity quotient. It will reduce the way you've been passive, because you now be more confident and you now be able to reach out to other people. And because you've experienced what it meant not to actually possess certain qualities, you will have more empathy when you see other people who were in your shoes. And that way, you build your brand. Your customers have a better experience when they meet with you in person. In fact, it can even influence the policies you'd make for your business or brand. So this is actually an exciting journey. It's a holistic approach to getting better, to becoming better, and to serving people better. So I hope you've learned something from this. Remember to subscribe to this channel and like this video. You can always reach me because my contact details are in the description section rather. So I'd really like to hear from you. Thank you and see you some other time.